Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo, and here on the channel I keep crypto simple. So if you're new here and you want an unbiased opinion, you want a YouTuber that's not going to feed you a bunch of crap and is giving you my honest opinion, then hit the subscribe button because I don't think there's too many of us out there. So in today's video, I want to talk about Bitcoin. A lot of people getting very, very excited with the price action that we're seeing in Bitcoin currently. You know, anytime we have a little bit of a green day, everybody starts calling for recovery, but there are some key levels that you need to pay attention to before you can start to think about a trend change. And there's there's a redistribution schematic that I want to bring to your attention so that you're not front running any of these bullish ideas too soon. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the king of all crypto, and that is Bitcoin. So I've pulled up, this is a Wyckoff redistribution schematic. So I'm sure a lot of the space is kind of familiar with the distribution schematic at this point. The distribution schematic was up in this area. We had a breakdown, we had a trend change. We were making high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then we got our first lower low. That was kind of the signal to start paying attention for a trend change. And that was where our distribution played out. So now we're in a new consolidation and we're trying to determine strength. And when I compare this consolidation that we're in right now and compare it to redistribution schematic number 2, we can see a lot of similarities. So, you know, we're setting the range, seller's climax, automatic rally, secondary test. We're coming down, seller's climax, automatic rally, secondary test. We have an up thrust that breaks through the top of the range. Up thrust that breaks through the top of the range. We have a break down to the bottom of the range, break down to the bottom of the range, double bottom, 1, 2, 1, 2, double bottom, a weak rally that makes it to approximately the midway point of the channel, a weak rally that makes it to the midway point of the channel, and then a breakdown below the trading range. So that's what we're looking at right now, breakdown below the trading range. Now, a little bit of a recovery, a little bit of bullish price action at this point in time. These schematics are not meant to be taken as gospel. They're simply a way for you to kind of generalize strength within a consolidation. So, is there a possibility that this flips bullish? Yes, but there are certain things that you need to be looking out for. So let's just dive right into the Bitcoin chart and let's take a look at the things that you're going to be wanting to pay attention to. So I'm going to actually go to the Coinbase chart for this because I have something set up there. And let's flip back over to the candlestick chart. Let's go to press auto there. And this is what we're looking for, okay? So let me go through this one step at a time because I'm sure it looks like a lot of mumbo jumbo at this point. But basically what we're looking at here is the changing of a trend, okay? One of the best things that you can pay attention to is trend analysis. Let me actually go over to the daily here. Welcome back. Yeah, good to be back. I don't know. I'm having a lot of stream issues. If it's not software, it's hardware. I don't know. Anyways, let me spread this out. Okay, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but these I'm doing it all for the replay. So most of you have already seen this segment. But what we're looking at, when you're in an uptrend, you're a bull. You are relentlessly bullish when you are in an uptrend. As long as we are making higher highs and higher lows, the number that people are calling for is correct. If it's higher than where we are right now, it is a correct number. You will not get me calling numbers that are too high when we are in a bull trend. As soon as that trend breaks, right here, as soon as that trend breaks, now you have to be apprehensive. Now you have to remove leverage from the portfolio. Now you have to consider taking profits and consolidating some of the positions on the recovery rally. This was the peak of the altcoin market right here. The altcoins were on fire in this area, but it also correlated with a lower high with Bitcoin. That was the breakdown. We entered a short below this area right here. Full transparency, didn't ride that short nearly long enough, but hey, that's trading. Sometimes you know, these markets are irrational. We weren't expecting a 50% retracement, I guess is what I'm saying. And we had to move down. So fine and dandy, hindsight analysis, who cares? Where are we right now? we're in this consolidation range right here. So what is it that I am looking for in this area to start to begin to look at a trend change? Because we're seeing bullish altcoins, we're seeing bullish price candles on the daily, but we're not there yet. This is the level to look out for. This is the level right here. This is the last high that we made was 36,400. Okay, we need to get a break above 36,400. So until we can get that break, we need to get a break to a higher high, and then we need to get a higher low. If we can get both of those, step one is a higher high. If we can get a higher high, that is checkmark number one. If we come back down and it forms a higher low, now we have a really good chance at a trend reversal. Okay, so until those are met, you're not going to have the macro investors jump in. You're not going to have the whales jump in. You're not going to have any of the institutions jump in, because as far as they can see in this chart, we're heading down, and you need to submit to that trend. So for those who want to, I'll drop this in the chat. This will also be in the show notes of the replay on YouTube. You can go ahead and check that out if you so wish. If you're following along on YouTube, you're going to have to come back for it in the replay, but I'm just going to drop it in the chat here on Twitch right now. Choppy stream and the sound is low. Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues, guys. A lot of issues. My apologies. Anyways, there is the link for this chart if you want to follow along. Again, that'll be in the show notes if you're following along on YouTube. Okay, so basically that's what I'm looking for. Until we can get above 36K, there's really no interest in, getting bullish too early. We're seeing a lot of ebbs and flows in the market. I am going to remain relentlessly bearish until my parameters of investment are met. In the exact same way as I am relentlessly bullish in an uptrend, I am relentlessly bearish in a downtrend. Until I can get those key levels broken, there's nothing that I am getting excited about. What's up, Fish Tank? How's it going? Stream is fine on YouTube. Yeah, I don't doubt that the stream is not good somewhere. I'm just, new mic, new internet, having Bluetooth issues. So now everything's a wired connection, new dongles. I don't know. It's a mess over here, guys. It's a mess. But anyways, we are going to do our best. We are going to do our best. Okay, so that's basically Bitcoin in a nutshell. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Yeah, redistribution versus accumulation is hard to decipher, and that's actually it's very true. So let's actually go back to our FTX chart. If you guys aren't already signed up on FTX and you want a very simple way to support the channel, sign up for FTX. FTX is one of the best exchanges that I have ever found. I would argue it's the best exchange in cryptocurrency right now. The flexibility that you have on that exchange is great. It's smart contract compatible, so you can interact with Ethereum smart contracts directly from the exchange. They're doing a lot of really impressive stuff, and I think maybe not this cycle. They're going to overtake Binance. It's only a matter of time. They're just much more professional. I'm a big fan of FTX. Yes, we will chart ETH and we will chart Link. So Yud. The difference between redistribution and accumulation is those confirmations. So right now, I'm leaning bearish because it's a downtrend. And like I said already, until I meet those parameters, until we get above 36.4, I am not even going to entertain the idea of accumulation because the macro trend is down. So, use the bias of the trend to determine how you need to be looking at the consolidation. So everything that we are looking at right now is a redistribution until proven otherwise. The characteristics that you're looking for in a redistribution, especially this one, they're very similar because the volume is consolidating. We're getting a decrease in the volume overall, which is a characteristic of accumulation as well. but it's also showing a lack of participation overall. And I feel that sentiment in the space is there's less and less people that really care about cryptocurrency. There's less people investing. There is a huge wave of investors that came in to get rich quick, and when it didn't happen, they're just sitting there with their fucking pants down, and they are, wondering what the hell happened because they just lost half their money or more because they were buying Shiba Inu and Dogecoin and bullshit projects like that. So, it is what it is. We need to wait for the investor confidence to come back, and we need to wait for the whale money to get put back in. And we have no idea when that's going to happen and at what price level. So, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, I've said it many times on the stream at this point. This is one of my favorite projects, period, end of story. So I just want to preface this conversation with that. Ethereum is one of my favorite projects. It is the most network adoption. It is a very fundamentally sound project. But if we start breaking down, it's going down. It's going down hard. There is not a lot of support that is built in this area. And basically, if we fall below basically this area of $1,500, if we fail to hold this general area of 1,500, 16 to 1,400, which will absolutely happen if we have a breakdown in Bitcoin, we would be looking anywhere from an $800 to $600 Ethereum. And I've bookended that with some stink bits. That's not intended to scare anybody. TA is not a crystal ball. It can't predict the future. It can allow you to position alongside the present. And presently, we're in a downtrend with not a lot of support. So our support levels are very far down there. That is what it is with Ethereum. And this is one of my favorite projects. So, I'm a little bit giddy with those price targets. So if you don't already have a cash position or you haven't built a cash position, stop putting it into crypto. Okay. If you're still dollar cost averaging into crypto in a downtrend, stop. Don't listen to the people that are telling you DCA all the way. No. If you're in a downtrend, stop DCA. If the crypto is heading down, stop putting money in. Okay. DCA when it's flat, DCA when it's going up, but that's it. Dollar cost average for those who don't know what DCA is. Just build that cash position and prepare for some sort of retail capitulation. We can take a look at Link. I think Link was another one that was requested. Link, kind of interesting. The thing that interests me about Chainlink is at what point do you need to buy it? That's the real question for me. When you look at other projects like Axie Infinity, you need to buy it. You're forced to buy it. So there's a clear bit of demand. If you want to participate in breeding right now in Axie Infinity, you are forced to buy the token. If you want to send a Bitcoin transaction, you are forced to buy Bitcoin. If you want to do an Ethereum transaction or interact with an Ethereum smart contract, you are forced to buy Ethereum. What is forcing you to buy Link? That's a big question that I've been asking a lot since the shakeout is what is forcing me to buy this token? What is forcing me to buy Uni? Okay. I don't need Uniswap tokens to use Uniswap. I don't need Aave tokens to use Aave. I don't need Compound tokens to use Compound. I don't need Link for Link to do what Link needs to do. So for those reasons, I'm being a lot more selective with the coins that I'm choosing to hold. Okay. Trades are trades. When you have a momentum in the charts and you have bullish continuation, that's one thing. Okay. You can trade alongside a trend and you can make money because this space is so unknown and people are really confused by blockchain and what it means to hold these tokens. So you can capitalize on somebody else's, lack of knowledge. But when it comes to an investment, something that you are going to hodl long term, why do you need to hold it? What is the driver of demand outside of speculation? Because outside of speculation, I don't know what the driver of demand for Chainlink is. And you can see that in the reaction that we're seeing in the charts here. Like this is a heavy drawdown. Let's pull a fib on this and just kind of see some levels of interest. 0.5 just kind of blew right through. Maybe this isn't the appropriate level. Let's pull it back down here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're already below the 786. So it's not looking good. It's really, really unhealthy. I know a lot of people don't really want to hear that, and I will definitely get some down likes for that, but it is what it is. You know, like we're in a downtrend, and it's going to continue to be a downtrend. You don't need link. So, you know, sorry. Somebody did a request for Bitcoin dominance, btc.d. Let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin dominance right now. Bitcoin dominance just kind of floating around in this general area of 48%. Looks to want to curl over. If it starts to head to the downside, we could probably see some follow through in the alts. You know, we are seeing bullish setups in the altcoins. It's just they're under this context of this constant threat from Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks down, you know, these altcoin setups are going to break down alongside with it. But, you know, we're seeing certain projects like Axie Infinity. Shout out to all my VIP members who bought this at $5. You know, we had the call out back down here as we broke this Wyckoff accumulation range. We got our buy signal right here. We're sitting pretty. We're sitting pretty at currently about 600%. So 600% in a bearish market. Pretty hard to find, but you know, this is kind of the driver of demand. Axie Infinity is one of the healthiest ecosystems. It is one of the healthiest virtual economies that exists on the planet. Forget about cryptocurrency, period. It's one of the healthiest virtual economies that exists. Go for it. Price prediction, you have to, you know, price prediction, guys, this is straight up. You know, this is, if anything, we're going to start, at the very least, begin to consolidate here. I can't predict price. Nobody can. You know, I'm not that YouTuber. Price predictions do very well for YouTube clicks. But, you know, until we start to consolidate, I can't even do a point and figure count. Point and figure is the closest that you can do to get a price projection. Point and figure counts. But what's required for a point and figure count is a consolidation. So right now, we're seeing the result of this consolidation. Okay. And even then, our point and figure was way down. So we were not bullish enough on our point and figure counts. It would have been a nice trade, and it would have been a very successful trade. But, you know, point and figure can only get you so far. These price projections, these price predictions, I don't know. But the supply is pretty low. The supply of Axie Infinity is pretty low. This is not a token that I would anticipate being below $100. And I think the economy is really, really going to change. The Axie Infinity economy is really going to change once we start to get above $50, because you can't just breed these Axies anymore. That's really going to change market dynamics, because now people aren't going to be paying a premium for these virgin Axies because they have no intention of buying them. So people are going to be going to this game strictly as a player. They don't care about the breed count. They're going to buy the cheaper ones that have been bred, and they're going to get a deal. So it's really going to change the dynamics. The more this token goes up, the more nervous I get as a breeder, because, you know, I'm not looking for, right now you get paid so much to sell virgin Axies. You get paid so much for those zero breed count Axies because of all the other breeders that are coming on board. So for me, I want this to go down. Honestly, like from a fundamental point of view, me as an Axie Infinity breeder, as a scholar manager, I want this to go down. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's pretty interesting how the demand has really taken over on this one. And yeah, we hit $50 today. Turn around, head back down. I'm not ready yet. I am not ready yet. Okay. Smash the like button if you would. Hidden gem. Don't smash the like button, because then people will find it. You don't want people to find this channel. You don't want me to have sponsorship deals and all that garbage. No, I promise you guys, my words will never be bought. So, yeah. Can you take a look at DOT? DOT's another one that's not performing too well. You know, we're in a very severe downtrend on DOT. 100 million in revenue the last 30 days, 3 times Bitcoin and 1/60th of the market cap. Yeah. It's if you guys haven't looked into Axie Infinity, if you haven't dabbled, it's one of the strongest projects in crypto. And it really puts a lot of people off because they look at this dumb little, like, look at this. This is what puts everybody off. You go to the NFT, you go to the marketplace, and you're looking at these dumb little creatures. And people are like, well, what the hell is this? Like, who cares? I'm telling you, this is one of the strongest projects in cryptocurrency. And, we're fresh entries into this ecosystem, I think come with a lot of risk currently, but, I don't think it's over yet. I really don't think it's over. So this might be the best project to be a participant in if we continue the downtrend. This is not investment advice. The entries here, it's about a quarter of an Ethereum per, workable Axie right now. So please be careful. But yeah, it's pretty silly, and it puts a lot of people off, so they don't go and take a look. We have one guy in the group. Shout out to Indiana Jones in the private group, who is just not looked at it at all because of the fact that these monsters look so dumb. And he's certainly not alone. He's certainly not alone at all. That was my first impressions as well. But working with hard forking, Sean, if you're watching this, thank you for your exposure into this ecosystem. Because it's been pretty, I'm able to identify a healthy market, and Axie is a very, very healthy market. Downtrend, this one I would probably be watching the alphanumerics indicator. If you're in the group, you get the alphanumerics indicator as part of your membership. If you're not in the group, any momentum indicator that you're familiar with, just keep it on the higher time frames and watch for those bullish crosses. That would be your first kind of indication of a possible trend reversal. But yeah, if you are in the group, I noticed there's a lot of people in my VIP group who are not yet signed up on this indicator. Hit me up, send me a DM, we'll get you hooked up. It's not hard at all. As long as you have a paid version of TradingView, you have access to this indicator, and it's been pretty impressive for calling the tops and bottoms. You get all the bullish and bearish signals that you want on this indicator, so it's pretty consistent. It's one of the better momentum indicators I've seen. Do I ever use fractals? Nah, not really. They're kind of something to consider because history does tend to repeat itself, or often rhymes is what you get. But you can find fractals everywhere, depending on how you zoom in and how you zoom out. So for me, I don't really use fractals too much because I don't need them. For me, trend is so much more important. If I see a change of structure, if I see a change of trend, if I see that transition from downtrend to uptrend, that I don't need a fractal. It's just so much more effective to see, oh, we have a new high. Oh, we have a new low. Boom. We start becoming a participant. It's really that simple. TA is not supposed to be complicated. It's supposed to be simple, and you're supposed to be patient. If you guys are interested in coaching and mentorship, join the Discord. We're having a giveaway right now too. So if you join the Discord, whether you are on a paid membership or if you're just in the free server, if you server boost my Discord, you will have a new channel that opens up. It's the giveaway channel. If you enter that, I think there's only one other person in the giveaway, so your odds are quite good. Sign up, become a server booster, and then enter the giveaway, and we'll do a one-on-one 1-hour session so we can talk crypto, we can talk your portfolio, and we can have a one-on-one discussion where I can answer all of your questions and try and help. If you're struggling in crypto, I think it would be valuable for you. And I think a server boost is like $10, $5. It's not much. So come into the free side, boost the server, and enter the giveaway. Yeah, Rune. Actually, I gotta see how much time. I don't have much time here, guys, because I had some stream issues for the first half of the show, so I do gotta head out here pretty soon. But let's take a real quick look at Rune. Trapcoin said, "Would you get in now?" Me personally, for Axie Infinity, I still would. I still would get in with the intent of being a breeder and with the intent of being a scholarship manager. Now, the startup costs of that, if I'm being perfectly frank, we're getting extreme. Okay, we're getting extreme with the startup costs. AXS is going to be probably your biggest barrier for entry right now because it costs 4 tokens for you to breed. That's not including the SLP, and that's not including having the virgin Axies. So do I think that the economy is still healthy? Yes, I do. But the startup capital, I mean, realistically, we're talking about $10,000. So that's a huge barrier for entry for a lot of people. If you want to be a player and just accumulate SLP, go and get some cheap Axies that you don't care about the breed count. Buy 3 cheap Axies and just grind 150 SLP every single day, because I speculate that there will be a point in the market where the scholars stop selling their SLP so consistently and they start to hold it because they want higher levels. If the scholars stop selling their SLP because they're waiting for higher levels, it will freaking moonshot. Not financial advice, but if you're wanting to kind of just accumulate some cryptocurrency, go buy 3 cheap Axies. You can get cheap ones where you don't care about the breeding at around 0.12 ETH per Axie. So you're looking at 0.36 ETH. Make it a half of an Ethereum. You can invest a half of an Ethereum into Axie Infinity with the intent of being a player to farm your own SLP. I think that you could probably get a good amount of SLP before it really kind of takes off. Again, not financial advice, but there is, for those who are ready to put some money on the line and make some real investments in excess of $10,000, you can probably still get into the breeding game, which is very profitable. The Discord, if you're on YouTube, it should be in the, it's probably not in the pinned comments. I'll put it on the replay. My apologies. I had a lot of problems with the stream. This is take 2 of the stream. So I don't know if anybody is in here that can if anybody's in the group that can put an invite in. I got to close it out here. So let's take a look at Rune real quick. Yeah, it's a big investment right now for Axie, but I do think there's more to the market. Yeah, the player route, I think, half of an Ethereum. Right now, the scholars are making around $1,000 of SLP every 2 weeks. So you can make that money back. You can totally make that money back. As long as the prices stay the same, you're fronting some ETH with the intent of, making it back within a few weeks. As long as the SLP prices stay high, it should be fine. Okay, Rune, downtrend. Pretty significant downtrend. Again, what are we looking for? We're looking for a break of trend, okay? Where was the last high? The last high was right here, okay? When you're in a downtrend, don't fight it. The last high was at $7.50. Until we get above $7.50, don't worry about it. If we start to crash lower, if we start to head even lower, well, now we've got a new high, right? We head down here. Now our high is at a lower level, so our target for reversal is at a lower level. Now it's down here, or now it's down here. You're following the highs, okay? As long as we keep making lower lows and lower highs, you just keep sliding that high down until we break it. Now you have a break of trend. So it's just wait. It's just wait and see. Sorry, MC, I do not have time. I do have to get out of here. I am late for the virtual classroom. For those who are wanting to try out the Discord, the paid side of the Discord, we are offering 50% off your first month. So $25 gets you 1 month of VIP access into the group. That gives you 12 virtual classroom sessions. You get access to the alphanumerics indicator. You also get more one-on-one time with me and some of my better analysts in the group. It's a really fantastic community. So if you are kind of struggling specifically with the trading side and understanding the fundamentals of blockchain, do consider it. That's the pitch. There you go. Anyways, I do got to get out of here. I got to go get into the virtual classroom. So thank you all for joining in to the stream today. And remember, trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.